Hi everybody and welcome back once again to carpquest. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. It was a very extremely tough winter with a lot of ice and snow that covered the majority of the lakes all around me. It was a very tough spring as well. We had a lot of rain for weeks, entire months, basically covering pretty much all the countries from north of Italy, Slovenia, Bosnia, Croatia and so on. Now it seems that okay, we had a slow start, but we are starting. For this session, I wanted to fish on a local river, actually. It's a very intimate water. Here I know already that I'm going to spend 24 hours, then I want to move eventually to the urban part. But first, I really want to achieve one thing. I want to catch at least one carp from this section of the river. I know that it's not gonna be that easy. Even if I know more or less already the place from few years now, but I know for sure that if I'm gonna catch a fish, this is gonna happen during the night, not during the day. For many reasons, we have a very shallow water, the river itself stretch is very short, and I know that I'm gonna catch in the night, probably because the sun, it won't be hitting on the water because it's pretty much clear water here, and also because every little step I'm doing on the bank, every little noise, the carp will immediately hear me. So in this case, the night is just perfect timing for catching carp because they will be all quiet and silence. But now let's just don't waste too much time. Let's go on the position, just build up the beavies, rods and so on, and let's start this new adventure together. First of all, I'm gonna inflate my boat. This will be fundamental if a fish will get stuck through the lilies. And surely it will allow me to spread some baits in the clean spot between the weeds. And considering this, my instinct will make me use the braid line. But as in this district it is forbidden, I must adapt to this. So I fill my tournament besia with a good mono which I know I can put my trust in. And the tournament ST is my choice for this situation. What about the baiting? On small waters like this, I'm not going to overfeed the spots. So my preparation for the baits is minimal. Just few bodies in different diameters, 22 and 18 mil, drenched on attractive liquids. I'm aware that this small amount will be surely enough to cover my 24-hour session. This water isn't allowed to drop the rigs from the boat, so I'm gonna do my best to make accurate casts on the clean areas I want to fish. Here I have the highest chance to catch a fish in a short time. Snowmen are my presentation to go pretty much everywhere, especially in weedy bottoms like this. And the usage of short 10-foot rods are without doubt the best to use, practical to cast short distances, very playful in all situations, and the total control while fighting fishing from the bank, and mostly, if needed, to be on a boat to save the fish if tangled. So basically, in short words, a very versatile rod. Once all is set and the rods are replaced, having a good 20 minutes out with the boat is a must. I can feed my spots accurately and discover a little bit more around me, spotting and targeting fishes that will give me motivation while on the bank. not really what I was expecting, but to be honest, it's always nice to have to see and witness a beautiful tench like this by the river. Yeah, it's always nice, unexpected, but nice. But let's see if we can manage eventually for the night to catch a carp. I knew that during the day it would have been quite, just low and not really catchy. But yeah, what I'm really looking forward is just to be in the night action and then eventually being able to catch a carp. Was in rush, probably for a late dinner night. Let's cast the rod again and just to be prepared for the night. I'm really looking forward for some carp to come. The cloud is getting over the sky, and I don't know if maybe also some rain is gonna fall upon us, but yeah, everything it can be very good for some carpy situation. It's midnight, and after a barely few hours sleep, my vacuum screams off. It's the right rod on the longer distance, in a shallow water. This was on a clean spot, which should be easy to fight the fish without using the boat. Nice little common from the river, amazing. Little lovely character from this river. Common carp, long one, torpedo shape, just typical from river waterways. must say that this fish is still cold by touching it. And yeah, even if it's quite shallow, the water here, I was expecting to be more warmer waters due to the heavy rains of the past days. First light of the morning, was just deeply sleeping, and I have the bite. But of course, as you imagine, the fish gets stuck into the lilies, so I have to go out with the boat. Can't believe what just happened. I was going out with the boat and I saw a small ladybug walking on me, and then I was very worried about how to take out this fish. Since in this river is prohibited to use the braid line and I have to use the monofilament, that's the reason why I was fishing quite short, at about not even 20 meters from me. So I was very worried how to try to take and land this fish, and because I was feeling that it wasn't a small one, so it was pulling and pushing quite hard. Once I'm there, I realized that it's a special fish. It's a koi carp, really mind-blowing fish, and I was really struggling in fear, in pain, how to take out this fish from the lilies, because it was just totally wrapped around many of these lily pads. But then slowly, gently pushing, I managed to let the fish come to the top, and I finally landed. Oh my God, it was such a pleasure and so happy to land this fish. Now let's get a look on this one, because it's really a special one. Catch on a place like this, in this small water, wild river, it's totally priceless. This is just a little percentage of what I had to deal with to try to manage to land the fish. Wow, but what a fish! Oh, incredible, incredible. Probably one of the best ever looking koi carp I have ever catch in my life. And again, wow, the fact I catch this one in this water. Oh man, this reward is epic, really. I would have never believed this is gonna happen to me while I'm filming also. Incredible. What a special fish. Crazy, isn't it? Mind-blowing. Very good fighter through the lily pads. He gave me the hell to be landed, but it's worth every single tear. Basically, I was almost crying. Wow, amazing. Such a great reward from this river. Well, I have to say that I'm very satisfied and happy. What I set to myself when I started these 24 hours on the river, it was to try to achieve at least to catch one fish, at least one carp. And I've been rewarded with so much more, I have to say. The bites start coming when it was just almost dark on the dusk, and I got a nice, very nice little tench. Then after a few hours it was about midnight or something, and I catch the very first carp. It was I don't know, 6-7 kilos probably, common carp, totally wild from the river, amazing looking. And then I just kept on cast the rods out with the wish that okay, I'm happy, I already got what I wanted, but you never know. Since we still had a few hours in front of us to spend here on the river, yeah, why not to catch one more? And wow, it was very amazing. At the first light of the morning, it was like 5:30, something like that. In the morning, the sun was barely start rising, and I had a very stronger and powerful run on the road closer to me, basically at not even 20 meters. And I immediately I recognized that I had to go out with the boat, because having the monofilament on my reels, I knew that I couldn't risk to pull this fish from the bank. So yeah, just immediately jump on a boat, being there, and I saw this very beautiful koi carp, red, just coming to the top, but it was very hardly tangled into the lily pads. So yeah, adrenaline was very high. I was so scared to lose this fish, but yeah, in the end, someone up there lost me, and I managed to land this beautiful fish. Now, just say this, I think it's time to unpack. We achieved what we wanted to achieve, and time to pack down. We need to stop by to a fishing store just to collect some end tackle, because of course I'm short of this. And then eventually let's move to another section of the river. Maybe we can just point on some little further downstream near the center of the city, and why not to try to catch some urban carp. So let's go.